Hello, my name is Elsa Poopin Nigger. I am a 38-year-old trans woman in the Columbus, Ohio metropolitan area, and I am about to kill myself. I want to share my story before I end my life. Please, my fellow trans sisters, never go to the Discord hospital. One fateful afternoon, I had tripped over one of my bad dragon dildos and sprained both of my ankles. I weigh 400 pounds, so I couldn't possibly get up on my own. I needed to call an ambulance, but I had sued most of the hospitals in my area because at least one of their staff members misgendered me. And because of this, no doctor around here wanted to deal with me. As I laid on the floor, I searched Google Maps for a hospital I hadn't burned all bridges with yet, and I found one I'd never seen before. The Discord Hospital. It was strange. The images on Google showed pictures of slopjacks all over the building, but it also had lots of trans flags and FPE iconography. So I thought that this must be a trans-friendly establishment, free from any bigoted chuds. As such, I called for an ambulance and requested to be taken to the Discord Hospital. After a team of 20 paramedics lifted me into the bariatric ambulance, we began the journey towards the hospital. When we got there, and they wheeled me in, I noticed that everybody in the building, patients and staff included, were brown, black, and/or trans. The smell of powerful braps fumigated the room, specifically curry and taco-scented braps. When I was dropped off at the emergency room, a member of the staff who looked just like a slopjack came in to ask about my injury and insurance. Z also asked me if I had a Discord account, and also asked for my opinions of Deltarune and murder drones, among other things. After Zay finished, 2 male nurses entered my room, one being a black man, and the other a Latino. OMG, she is so attractive, the black one said. Hello, Mom. Mi nombre is Hernandez, and is zesty nigga be Lamar, and we is gonna give you goodest IV before Dr. Rajagopal, the smartestest doctor this side of Columbus sees to you. Oh, I'll go. I didn't think you needed an IV for a broken ankle, but whatever. As Hernandez prepared the IV, Lamar began groping my trans woman breasts and neo-vagina. I felt extremely uncomfortable, but that thought was interrupted when Hernandez violently stabbed me in the forearm with the catheter. Ach, Fauci above that hurt. He patted me on the shoulder. I's gots to make sure dat the catheter gets in there, ma'am. I looked at the impact site. It was bruising horribly, and I don't even think he poked a vein. Lamar was now burying his face between my breasts. His greasy black skin smelled of KFC chicken. Aye, Lamar, you horny diddy blood, Hernandez said. Get your nigger ass out of our valid patient's trans titties before I sodomize you with an otoscope again. Lamar lifted his body off of mine. All right, Hernandez. This sister gots me acting up after being on no fap for the last 3 hours. You's have a good visit or something like that, ma'am. And with that, they both walked out. I sat there in silence for a minute. I always fantasized about a cis man grabbing me like a real woman. But now I was not so sure. As I awaited Dr. Rajagopal, I decided to turn on the TV to see if there was anything on. As I began flipping through the channels, I discovered that every channel on this room's TV was P. I gasped in shock. Although I love P because I am a trans groomer, I didn't like people in public to know, so I pretended to be disgusted. At that point, I also felt a horrible pain where the catheter was. I looked at my arm and saw a horrible infection building. I looked up at the IV and saw that instead of containing medicine, it was a mixture of chinchilla blood and cat shit. I yelled in horror and yanked it out of my skin. At that moment, I heard a voice say, "Ma'am, please be calming down. Ma'am." I looked forward and saw a 5'3" bald Indian man with glasses with a name tag reading Dr. Rajagopal. As soon as I knew it was him, I asked, "What the hell is going on with this hospital? One of your nurses assaulted me, and the other gave me this horrid IV." "Ma'am, please calm down, ma'am," he began. "I have taught the nurses here everything I know. The hospitality towards patients is very common in my future superpower of India, and the IV is a sacred Hindu medicinal mixture, ma'am. I would ask you to not act so bigoted towards my culture, ma'am." I was about to retort, but I stopped. Maybe I am being a bigot if I can't accept this doctor's cultural practices, and I should let him do what he needs to. Rajagopal took a look at my chart and asked, "Now it seems that you came in here with 2 broken ankles, yes?" "Yeah, that's right," I remarked. The doctor eyed my body up and down. So if a horny old Indian man decided to have his way with you, there's nothing you could do to escape, right?" he asked. Yeah, that sounds about right, although I couldn't guess what he meant by that. Dr. Rajagopal proceeded to pull down his pants and whip out his 2-inch TBP. He pulled down my bluey pajama pants, just enough so he could start raping me in the hospital bed. I also had lots of rape fantasies, but I didn't want to lose my rape virginity to an Indian man, so I yelled and thrashed against his advances. I tried to hit him, but my arms were simply too heavy for me to lift. Truth be told, I could barely feel his pecker, but I pretended I could to not hurt his feelings. After 30 agonizing seconds, he orgasmed inside of my neo-vagina. At this point, I was furious. This was the worst hospital I'd ever been to. I didn't care anymore if I was being a bigot towards this man and his culture. I was about to do something I'd never thought I'd do and call the police, but suddenly I felt a pain in my stomach. It felt like something was kicking inside of me. Dr. Rajagopal's eyes widened. "Oh, my Vishnu, you're pregnant already. We'll need to operate immediately. Nurses, bring me my tools." Hernandez and Jamal rushed back to the room and handed Dr. Rajagopal a fucking chainsaw. "Oh, my science, do not do this, doctor," I yelled. "Don't be worrying, ma'am. I got you a sedative that wills make you not feels a thing," Hernandez said as he gave me an injection in my lower body. Oh, whoops. That wasn't a sedative. That was an adrenaline shot. My eyes widened as he said that. Jamal laughed. "Hernandez, you stupid Azzy taco muncher. Don't worry, sexy lady. I's got you with something that'll help out." Jamal gave me another injection, not too far from where Hernandez's was. Ah, shit. Looks like I gave you an experimental pain amplifier drug. Being a nurse is hard, Maine. "Well," Dr. Rajagopal said, "time to begin the operation." He revved up the chainsaw and started cutting into my stomach. Blood and skin flew everywhere, and my screams reverberated throughout the entire hospital. Truth be told, I'm not sure how I even survived the operation, but it most likely has something to do with experiencing the everyday pain that comes with being a valid BBW trans woman that I was able to endure and live. "Ah, I can see his head," the doctor said as he put down the chainsaw and reached into my stomach. "Say hello to your new son," he said, handing me my beautiful half-Indian newborn. Tears ran down my face as I embraced him, and the entire hospital gathered around and clapped. That was about 9 months ago, and life has been hard since then. The Discord hospital sent me a bill of $14,880,000, and I have a myriad of health problems because they repaired my mutilated stomach and broken ankles with duct tape and super glue. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm about to kill myself. You may think it would have something to do with my health or financial situation, or perhaps the trauma I experienced at the Discord hospital. But it is none of those. Recently, my son, who's named Omori, by the way, looked me in the eyes and said his first words. "You will never be a woman, Yakuch-R." This is what broke me. The light of my life, my only reason for continuing to live, used the transphobic phrase towards me. This is my farewell to you all. I actually tried hanging myself earlier, but the rope snapped because of my morbid obesity, so I ordered a heavy-duty one from Amazon Prime. I called child services to take care of Omori, and now I am going to hang myself for real this time. Goodbye, sisters. Fuck it, broke again.